What is up, everybody? We are recording this store championship in Sweden right now. Joe Dobby here. First of all, hope you guys are doing okay. And the reason why I'm actually recording this game is because Nick here was nice enough to buy one of my decks, Unmixed Edris of the Forge. So we've got Dis, Shadows, Untamed here. A lot of really good synergy in terms of being able to control creatures, have a lot of Amber generation and Amber control. Versus his opponent's going to be Amber Meads, the Zealot of the Station, with Logos, Saurians, and Starlines. I'm going to do a quick look at the cards here, and it looks like he's got a very speedy deck. This looks really fast. Has a Quixel Stone too. The logo speaks for itself. A lot of decent speed. Amber control is okay. There's some anti-steal there, which could pose an issue against Unmixed, but we'll have to see how it goes. The game has started, and Nick is starting up. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I thought it would be very interesting to see how my deck that I've been very successful with here in Canada and the US, how it would fare against the current meta today with Mass Mutation, Star Alliance, and all that. Not Star Alliance, but Worlds Collide, because it is indeed a Call of the Archons deck. So let's see what happens. Nick starts off choosing Untamed, drops a Murmook down. Both the opponent's keys cost +1, which is going to be already Amber control. Very good first turn play there, just, sets the pace, sets the expectation that his opponent is going to have to either take down the Murmook or generate that one extra bit of Ember to forge. Hydro Attack chooses Saurians as their active house, and let's see what is put down here. Quester Jarda, nice bit of generation there. Brutodon Auxiliary, way to protect the Quester Jarda, so as you can see it is a taunt and has hazardous too, so it can protect its direct neighbors, which is Quester Jarda, which allows you to actually exalt and reap. Well, if you reap, you exalt and gain an extra Ember. Drops the Phalanx Strike to deal 2 to the Murmook, which is now in the discard pile, but in order to deal a total of 4 damage, you have to repeat the effect by exalting Brutodon Auxiliary. Now Nick drops down the Dodger, plays a Nerve Blast on the Quester Jarda, allows him to steal an Amber there, and plays Relentless Whispers to just destroy the Quester Jarda there. Really does not want his opponent to generate there. Hydro Attack uses Star Alliance First Officer Frayne here, drops down Play Fight Reap Capture 1 to a friendly creature. I think he transferred the Ember just to Officer Frayne herself, and Garcia's Blaster. So this creature gains Fight Reap effect. You may deal 2 damage to a creature or attach the Blaster to Garcia. If you attach the Blaster to Garcia, it actually counts as a steal 1, so that's pretty good. It is 2-1 in favor of Hydro Attack here. Nick plays Control the Weak, choosing Saurian, so forces his hand here. I think that is more to prevent the generation from the transporter platform that you can get with the upgrade on Officer Frayne, also preventing a potential extra 2 capture there. Drumble drops down. Really tough call sometimes, but if it's going to clog your hand, you're going to have to drop Drumble. Play effect, if your opponent has 7 or more Ember, you capture all of it. That's all it'll do. Lash of Broken Dreams drops down as well, and I guess he calls turn there. Oh, so it seems like Hydro actually ended turn. That was a very good Starline's call from the Control of the Weak. We got Nick playing Nature's Call, puts all creatures back, well, 3 creatures back total, but all of his opponent's creatures and the Dusk Pixie. Manages to generate 13 Ember, absolutely intimidating. That's the power of this deck. So it's Hydro Attack's turn now. Plays Red Alert just to wipe the board. Beautiful, well-timed Red Alert there. I think it's super important. All of the creatures are threats apart from Drumble, and manages to take him down. Sensor Chief Garcia. Oh my goodness, a double play there. Sensor Chief Garcia drops down twice due to Transporter Platform, making Nick's keys cost a total of 10. First Officer Frayne comes down, captures 1 as well, and we've got the Quadricorder. So he manages to forge at 11 Amber. That was a very, very good play there by Hydro Attack, and it looks like the Lights Out's going to take all the creatures back to his board, from Hydro Attack's board back to his hand, and he drops down the Magda the Rat just to get on a key as well. So in a matter of literally just 3 quick turns, Nick is back on a key here. But because of that Lights Out, it doesn't actually destroy the creatures. So what we have here is just a repeat process of increasing key costs, and this time he obviously uses the transporter platform on Officer Frayne to capture 2 Ember, as opposed to making keys cost more than the Ember that Nick actually has. So very, very good plays from both players here. Clearly very skilled, and this is really fast-paced and really fun to watch, guys. This is so exciting. This is so exciting. So we've got turn 6. It is Nick's turn now, I believe. Let's see what he is going to do to respond in this case. So he definitely has control of the pace here. It looks like Hydro Attack is forcing the Star Alliance turn to really just to keep Nick off a key. But he plays Lost in the Woods, and it looks like that steal is going to cancel, because when Magda the Rat, actually, let me show you, when Magda the Rat leaves play, your opponent steals 2. So 2 Ember does go back to Hydro Attack, but I don't think that is a really big issue here, because Nick manages to drop the Dust Pixie and Way of the Wolf down to get to 9 Ember. Uses the Graft, so very good Logos play, Interdimensional Graft, if you want to take a look at that real quick. If an opponent forges a key on the next turn, they must give you the remaining Ember. So it looks like Nick has to forge at 6, and all the Ember does in fact go to Hydro Attack. So now he is in a position for his first key here. Interdimensional Graft goes down pretty well. Discombobulator on the minigroup Think Tank. Very intimidating card. Play Fight Reap, deal 8 damage to a creature that shares a house with 2 of its neighbors. So it's going to be very important here how you drop your creatures. So we've got Double Schuler, manages to not steal, unfortunately due to Discombobulator. Oh, that is painful. Hand of Dis was not even able to trigger as well, so he just had to discard that. But he plays the Lash, so Hydro Attack actually isn't able to forge this turn. So he is still in control of the pace here with 2 keys to 0, but Nick is going to have to generate soon enough, and you know, if my memory serves right, he's not going to have too hard of a time to do that. He's not going to have much difficulty doing that, because this deck is full of Ember, raw Ember pips, and it's got enough creature control to hopefully hold your opponent down until you get to those 3 keys. This is definitely the classic Rush deck, the classic Dis Shadows Untamed Rush deck from Call of the Archons, and it's faring pretty well against this Worlds Collide deck. Huge Saurian turn down here with 4 creatures just drop down: Double Legatus Raptor, Gargantodon, and Broododon Auxiliary. Plays the Lash again, takes him off a key. I think he's going to be running creatures into each other, or just reaping. Okay. Oh, he has a Gateway to Dis. There we go. So the Reaps were important, manages to play Gateway to destroy all creatures, and plays Arise in the same turn. What is he arising? Untamed. So it looks like he's going to go for the full rush here. We're expecting a huge Ember bonus generation in Nick's next turn, but for now, let's see what Hydro Attack does. It looks like he's got Lay of the Land, which allows you to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put them back in any order, and then draw a card. Drops down First Officer Frayne, uses the transport platform, but it's only really going to capture 1 Ember total. And Stealth Mode to prevent Nick from playing any actions, and we've got a Force Field there. We have a bunch of creatures dropping down here from Nick. Manages to get Hunting Witch, Dust Pixie, and Mermook down, so making Hydro Attack's keys cost a little bit more there, but he still manages to forge naturally. So he's at 5 now. It is a 2 keys to 1 swing. Let's see how this plays out. Tau Tau Vapors from Hydro Attack. very good card. Allows you to draw 2 cards and archive 1. Doesn't have to be the 2 cards that you picked up. You can archive any card from your hand that way, so it's pretty good. Thorium Plasmid, really good for that triple Untamed board. Move an enemy creature anywhere in the controller's battle line. Deal 2 damage to that creature for each of its neighbors it shares a house with. And you want to get rid of that Hunting Witch as soon as you can, because each time you play another creature that you have the Hunting Witch on, you gain another Ember. So very good choice there for Hydro Attack. Well, he has enough creature control to take out the board, really, with Positron Bolt, so that's really good. Manages to take out both Murmook and Dust Pixie. Drops the Dr. Millie. Unfortunately, the play effect does not trigger, but we've got Daughter here, which will allow him to cycle through his deck just a little bit quicker. And he is at check, so he may just be able to forge here. Nick has 2 options. He can take Hydro Attack off a key. Well, 3 options. He can either take Hydro Attack off a key, he can either go for the generation, or he can do both depending on his hand. So we'll have to see what happens. So this is a very exciting game. The Worlds Collide's managing to gain momentum, right? What I find with Call of the Archons, when you have a rush deck, it's you burst as fast as you can, but as far as being able to maintain the lead, you either have to win very quick because it becomes slightly difficult to like the longer the game progresses, the more difficult it becomes for your typical Untamed rush deck. But let's see what happens here. Nick plays Lashing Broken Dreams. Yep, takes him off a key there. Hand of Dis to destroy actually the Dr. Millie. Plays a Rise to bring back Double Schuler. Manages to steal 2 Ember. And it is Hydro Attack's turn. Is there going to be an opportunity for him to take Nick off a key here? As you can see, it looks like Nick still has 3 chains. Wow. Okay, definitely. Just like that. Sensor Chief, keys cost +2. We've got 8 key costs right now. Medic Ingram comes down to play, and it's going to ward Sensor Chief. Nice, very good call there, I'd say. And Frayne Reaps getting that ward, I believe, as well from the force field. Yep. And manages to resolve the Reap effect, which has a friendly creature capture 1 Amber. So Medic Ingram as well is going to be transporter platformed, so he can drop her down really easily, and he might end up warding Medic Ingram or Daughter. Looks like Medic Ingram is warded there, so pretty good. Nick's back turn. Looks like he has 6 Ember. How is he going to generate his way out of this one, ladies and gentlemen? Just super exciting. It's just so funny to see other players play the deck that you're so familiar with, you know, had some sentimental value, got some memories behind it, a lot of good wins, a lot of painful losses, not so painful losses, a lot of close games, close, very satisfying games like Unmixed Edris of the Forge. I've had a lot of good memories with that deck, and Nick is playing it very well. What a way to pilot a Coda Rush deck against this very formidable, not only deck, but player as well. The choices that Hydro Attack has been making has been very good. He has managed to slowly creep up here in terms of being able to catch up to Nick, and more often than not, you're going to have a hard time catching up to a Coda Rush deck. Yep, so he runs both Schulers into the Chief because he knows Sensor Chief has to go, and Lash of Broken Dreams is used in order to make Hydro Attack's keys cost +3. But unfortunately, during that turn, Nick does not generate Ember, so it is a little bit difficult here to generate, especially when you look at the discard pile, and it looks like a lot of your Ember pips are now in the discard pile, really. Yeah. As far as Hydro Attack's discard pile, we've got mainly creatures, a lot of good upgrades as well going in, but let's see what happens. Oh, plays Frayne's Blaster, so the Ember actually transfers over to First Officer Frayne. And he uses transporter platform on Frayne, so all the upgrades go back. Plays the force field, reaps, yup, to capture an Ember. Now, is this gonna go to Frayne? Because if it does, yup, and you put the blaster on First Officer Frayne, the blaster's effect is actually when you attach it to Officer Frayne, the Ember on Frayne goes to your pool, and he manages to generate 13 Ember. Medic Ingram, I believe, reaps to heal and ward. So, Hydro Attack is definitely on check here. Let's see what Nick is going to do to respond. Very, very tough. First Officer Frayne and Frayne's Blaster combo is one of my favorite combos. It's actually in my favorite deck. I've got triple Frayne, double Blaster, and it's one of my favorite things to do. Manages to recycle and get the Drumble. I think he arose and got the Drumble. And oh, just like that, he is on check with 7 Ember. Hydro Attack has all his Ember on the Drumble and just takes him off a key just instantly. Absolutely amazing. Double Reap with Schuler. This is going to be really tough. Is Hydro Attack going to have enough here? I believe if he tries to Reap, sure, First Officer Frayne will capture one. But you're not going to be able to Transporter platform if you Reap, because that ward is not actually going to take Frayne back to your hand. So you're probably going to want to fight into something in order to get rid of that ward, and then potentially use Transporter platform. But let's see what Hydro Attack does. Looks like he's taking his time. This is a very crucial point in the game where Nick is definitely at check. He's definitely ready to forge a key, but I think Hydro Attack does have some answers here. He definitely does. So call Star Alliance. Yeah, let's see how this is sequenced. Reap. Oh, fights into Schuler. Yes, as I suspected. So the capture will resolve. Oh, hello. Yep. Deals the 2 damage from Frayne's Blaster instead of... Yep. And does Transporter platform to indeed capture everything. Yep. Yeah, so all 3 cards just got sent back to his hand, and we've got First Officer Frayne capture an Ember, and we've got the Frayne's Blaster, and we also have the Force Field. So, oh my goodness, just generating so much Ember. Hydro Attack is at 17 Ember here. How are you going to answer Nick? Let's see what happens. Ritual of Balance to steal 1 on the Untamed turn. Plays Full Moon. Drops the Dust Pixie. That's going to be 3 Ember. Nice at 9. Oh, okay, so Hydro Attack's going to forge a second key here, it seems. Yup, and definitely still has more than enough to forge, but if Hydro Attack cannot stop Nick here, it looks like he's going to take it. Oh, this is very, very close, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely super close. Logos, okay. Tau Vapors, I definitely looking for something. What are you looking for? Maybe the Graft? Probably the Graft or the Eddy. Drops the Edie with 3 cards in the archives. Will it be 4? I don't know if he archived anything. So that's 3. Gonna be at 9, so it costs 9. Is this game? Oh, Nick takes it! Absolutely close game. Eddy manages to take Eddy's play effect, archive a card, keys cost +1 for each card in the archives. Manages to just get 3 cards in archives, making keys cost 9 instead of 10. If he only had 1 more archived card in there, that would have been it, but I guess just not enough. Very, very good game. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what Game 2 has in store.